Brandon Stacker never imagined that a routine trip to take the trash out could involve such a scary and bizarre encounter.
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I have a guy that's pointing a gun at me.
It happened Monday night around 9:30. Stacker tells us he and his 6-year-old son Drake were in the alley behind the 5400 block of 17th Street. They live a street over, but were dropping off trash in the neighboring alley because the dumpster behind their house was blocked. That's when 80-year-old Robert Miller emerged from his backyard through the gate and pointed a rifle at the both of them.
Do you know why he has the gun pointed at you?
Yes, he's threatened to do serious bodily injury to us because we are apparently in his alley, is what he says.
Okay, and you've told him you have your 6-year-old son behind you?
Yes, sir. He's seen my 6-year-old son. Yes, ma'am. He sure has. And he still has a gun, and he's still pointing it at us.
Now at that point, Stacker says he told his son to go wait in the car that was parked down the road. But Miller's attorney, Danny Hurley, says Miller never saw a child in the alley at all.
The child was not outside the car, and the dog never approached the child. Mr. Miller never saw the child. We believe the child was in the car the entire time.
Stacker told us earlier this week that Miller and his wife both had guns, one of which had been pointed at him and his son. Hurley says neither of those statements are true.
Mr. Miller did not have a pistol, never had a pistol. He only had the .22 rifle birdshot after the fact, and that was as the police arrived. He never pointed the .22 rifle at Mr. Stacker or his child.
Hurley says Miller was responding to what he thought was a burglar in his alley and told his wife to call the police.
My husband's out here and he's trying to find out what's going on.
Okay.
And I don't know who they are. They're not supposed to be here.
Mr. Miller is very concerned, and he says, "What are you doing in my alley?" Because they've had burglaries, they've had thefts. Mr. Miller has lost property due to people stealing things, and the man wouldn't respond, wouldn't answer after repeated questions.
Miller was arrested and charged with aggravated assault. He was released on a personal recognizance bond Tuesday afternoon. Hurley says they plan to clear his name, and if the case goes to trial, they'll be ready. Bailey Jo Miller, Fox 34, News at 9.